Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's media availability. As per usual, we got a little bit of a switch up here. We're going to have Charlie Collier on first and Kayla Thornton on right afterwards. You guys should know the drill by now, but use the raise your hand feature, and then we are going to go in the order that the questions are received. As usual, just a reminder, if you need a copy of the recording, it should be on the NBA Content Network, or you can email me. And if you would like a seat at Saturday's game, a media seat, please email me as soon as possible. We're really filling up and we got limited space. All right, guys. First, we're going to go to John. John, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Charlie. Thank you for your time. Any big surprises yet? I know you only played one game, but is there any big surprise?
Any surprises?
Yes.
Like the games that I played so far?
Yeah, I know you've only played one game, but I didn't know if there was anything kind of caught your attention that it was like, different.
I feel like, man, on the pro level, it's way more space on the court. That was a big shocker to me. You can't really clog up the paint anymore or like playing a 2-3 or something. There's a lot of space to play with. So I feel like that was a big shocker, a big surprise to me is that you got a lot of space to work with, and that defensive 3 seconds really does help, gives a lot of people room to work with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Next, we're going to go to Ron Thulin. Ron, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Charlie. Look forward to seeing you Saturday night.
Hey, how you doing? I'm looking forward to seeing you too.
I can't wait to see you. You come home, you open up the season, and you're going against what I think everybody would agree a future Hall of Famer in Stewie. Have you studied a lot of film? Because talking to players over the last 5 years, they talk about her footwork, getting her on the catch. What have you done to get ready to play her?
Definitely. I just been taking as much information I can from the coaches. A lot of teaching days here in practice, a lot of up and downs, personnel. I just got out of a film session with my assistant coach. You're right. Footwork, how fundamentally sound she is, future Hall of Famer, going up against her is a big challenge for us all. And we're going to have to figure out, ways to stop her. And to do that, you have to watch film. You can't just go in a game blindsided. You have to know who you're going up against. And I feel like going through personnel, walking through stuff in practice and film is definitely going to help us a lot. So I'm just trying to, retain as much information as I can on my personnel for Saturday's matchup.
Are you excited to play Sue Bird and Stewie? I mean, you've been watching them obviously for years. What's that mean to you to be on the court with these two?
It means so much. It means so much to me. I grew up watching these players play on television, and now I'm in the same league as them. And so it's just, surreal. It's an amazing feeling. And, I'm just fortunate to be here, not gonna go out there trying to do something I can't do, just play my game. And, at the same time, know that, it's an amazing achievement to be on the same court as Hall of Famers, like you said, as Sue Bird and Breonna Stewart. It's an amazing accomplishment.
All right. Thank you very much, Ron. Next, we're going to go to Aaron. Aaron, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Charlie, congrats on strong start to the season. You guys were pretty balanced on Friday night. I think you were maybe one of 5 players who scored in double figures. How does that affect, as you guys try to replace a player like Alicia, how does that affect your mindset, the fact that you were so balanced in the opener?
I feel like it's something that has to be consistent throughout the season. I feel like everybody has to know their role. Everybody does know their role. Coach went through it with us each personally, and we just have to do that every night. If we do that every night, we'll be successful.
All right. Thank you very much, Aaron. Do we have any other questions for Charlie, guys? Any other questions for Charlie? All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Charlie. Guys, if you could just give us a quick second. I know KT was finishing some stuff up, and we'll be right back with Kayla.
This year from last year, because I'm not sure they need your scoring, but you were a demon on the boards against LA like you always are. But do you think your role's changed a little bit this year?
I think so. Yes, it has. I think Coach Vicky, she wants me to do a little bit more than what I was doing last year. And that is just, she has the confidence in me. Just doing little things, number one. And then, of course, the other things that she talked to me about. But definitely from last year, I do have some things that I have to kind of step up and produce more for my team. And I think that she's talked to me about it, and she's gave me the confidence to be able to execute that.
Thank you very much, Ron. Next, we're going to go to Aaron. Aaron, go ahead and ask your question.
Kayla, thanks for taking the time for us. You've been around the league for a little bit, so you kind of know the roster churn. You guys are losing Alicia. You've got a couple players who haven't been back from overseas. What have you learned about kind of the importance of being able to adjust during your time in the league?
Things happen, so you just gotta keep going with it. You never know. Any day something might come up, somebody might have to go somewhere or whatever. You just have to adjust to it. You have to keep moving on, and you just have to prepare and step up in areas that we might be missing and whatnot, and then go from there. But you just have to be on your toes in this league, because especially with all these protocols and COVID stuff like that, you just never know what can happen. So you just gotta be prepared for the worst.
Great. Thank you very much, Aaron. Next, we're going to go to John. John, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Kayla. Thank you for your time. With all the new talent on the team, the young talent and the coaching change, do you think the team has gelled already, or do you think it's still in process?
I think it's both. I think we're gelling. We're still in the process. We still have a lot to work on, but I like where we're going. I like how our setup is, our system is, and what we're trying to do. I think, this year we're kind of just focused on the team and what we have to do and stuff like that. And that plays a big part in our success.
Hey, Calvin, Sophie. Good. How did it go?
Oh, but yeah. What?
I think you can keep going. Somebody's mic.
Your mic's muted, please, if you're not being asked a question. Go ahead, KT.
But yeah, so like I said, I think it's both, and it's just gonna take some time, especially with a couple of players that have not been here. We have to kind of get them into the cycle of what we're doing. But so far, it's looking good, and I'm loving the process.
Thank you, and good luck against Seattle.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next, we're going to go back to Ron Thulin. Ron, go ahead and ask your question.
Kayla, talking to Dan Hughes, he said one of the reasons he wanted Vickie Johnson to come to San Antonio, he was the head coach, because he asked his players who was the toughest player to play against, defensively. And they said, Vickie Johnson. They said she was in their face all the time. And then he also told her, listen, you want to be a coach? You got a spot with me wherever I am. And he came through with both of those. Has her defense, do you see the intensity in her coaching, the way she played? Because she was a monster in New York on defense.
Man, it's a blessing, and I'm glad that I'm able to cross paths with her. I'm blessed that I can call her my coach. Her defensive mind is just crazy, and she brings that every day to practice. Especially with me and how I am and what my game kind of consists around, starting with defense. It just goes perfect. And I think, she brings that out of me every practice. I try to push to reach my height on me being a good defender and stuff like that. So I'm just blessed to be around her, to be around her presence, to learn from her, because she is one of the greatest.
You need to ask her. You need to ask her about, they named a sandwich after her at the Carnegie Deli in New York. It was called the Colossal VJ. After she scored I'm not making it up. The owner of Carnegie Deli thought she was incredible when she played for the Liberty. Ask her about her sandwich next time you see her.
Listen, I will.
Didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
We also don't encourage our players to eat a 3,000 calorie sandwich during the season. I'd just like to point that out.
He's not making it up. It was a 3,000 calorie sandwich.
Wow. I'm gonna ask you about that, Ron.
All right. Do we have any other questions for KT? All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, guys. Thank you for joining us, KT. We'll be back tomorrow with Christine and Isabel Harrison, as well as Coach Johnson. And then, as I said, if you guys need immediacy for Saturday's game, please let me know as soon as possible, as we are running out of seats rather quickly. Thanks again, y'all, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.